It's easy to go to the quarterback first, but let me go to AJ. Hey, bro, you got to do your part too. You were great in moments and awful in key moments. AJ, you don't get a passing grade for that game. You get a failure grade. Because when you were counted on the most, getting your yards is not what being the best receiver in football is about. Getting yards in critical moments, helping your football team, that's what makes you the best. I want to start the program off by doing something that we traditionally do here, and I want every single fucking crybaby, please, go to Bill Cunnilingus right now because he'll make you feel better about your lives. And he'll pacify you with what went wrong last night and that gigantic Eagle collapse against the Los Angeles Chargers. Because I've been fucking telling you here for 5 years about your quarterback. This is nothing new to me. He's a fucking caboose. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear all the times that I said, if that guy doesn't have something perfect around him and that team's not put up and has all the pieces around him, he's not good. You don't want to hear that. You didn't want to hear that. 5 years I've said this. 5 years I've been saying this. You don't want to hear it. Silz, did you hear Nick during the pregame with Kelsey when asked about the bunny? Said that was a Bob thing. So embarrassing. It wasn't A.J. Dillon. It was Bob. Bob did that for the fucking Hard Knocks. Bob Lane's such a... God, he's so bad for the city of Philadelphia. There's so many places to go that was wrong last night. The fucking coaching sucked. The quarterback was brutal. A.J. Brown's not on the same page with Jalen Hurts. The only thing that was redeeming was, once again, the defensive side of the ball. Kudos. I mean, you have to be so pissed off if you're the Eagle defense today. You're doing your best possible job every time you step on the field. Chicago now, you know what I think of Chicago? That was a one of. Because they're too good. The offensive coordinator sucks. How did you get here? 12 months ago, you were the champs. Now they're screaming, hollering about benching Jalen Hurts, which is almost impossible in today's NFL to even remotely go down that lane. You fucking gave the guy a no-trade clause, $250, $51 million. You're benching him for what? A guy who's thrown the ball 45 times? Are you sick? This is the guy you chose. This is the guy you're going to see with. I would never have had this guy as my starting quarterback. Like fucking ever. You chose this guy. You're rowing the boat with this dude. Hurts couldn't touch water if it fell out of a boat. By the way, Justin Herbert, now, if you want to use your stupid lines all the time about how you beat Allen and Joe Burrow and all the... Herbert's 2-0 against your guy now. How you doing? 2-0. Your place and his place. He owns you. He sucks as a quarterback. Every time he lines up against the Eagles, he wins. He's now 2-0 versus Prince Hurts. 2-0. He gutted that win out last night. What a gutsy performance. You lost to a one-handed quarterback and a guy with no offensive tackles. How you doing? And a kicker. And a pretty good defense. Chargers are a good team. That's not a great team. Here, let me get to the open here. 22-19. Third straight loss. It's easy to go to the quarterback first, but let me go to AJ. Hey, bro, you got to do your part too. You were great in moments and awful in key moments. AJ, you don't get a passing grade for that game. You get a failure grade. Because when you were counted on the most, getting your yards is not what being the best receiver in football is about. Getting yards in critical moments, helping your football team, that's what makes you the best. And you failed. I don't give a shit if he had 300 receiving yards. Hey, by the way, I think the drops and the misconnects with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, this is deeper than just drops. There's something more to this. They're not on the same page at all. Dude, the best pass of the night was the last pass to him. It was dropped in there, right in your hands. You got to catch that ball, son. Or guess what? You aren't the best receiver in the league that I thought. You are not the best wide receiver in the NFL that I thought you were. You're not. The best wide receivers in football make that fucking catch. They make that catch. Okay? You want to be the best? Act like it. Act like it. By the way, that's on you. F grade for him. F. Jesus criminy. What a debacle. I'm going to get to Jalen here in a minute. But we also have people that also are going to take it in the face here too. What in the world is Nick Sirianni doing with Jalen Hurts? The coaching staff has fucked this guy up so bad. You have one problem in Philadelphia. Why are you always fucking your quarterbacks up? You fucked Wentz up. Now you're screwing up Hurts. Do you have any idea what you're doing with these men? As you give them the money, you see the talent, and you don't know how to develop them. You got Hurts throwing the ball 40 times when your running game was getting going? What are you thinking? I see Herbert running with a will to survive and a drive with one hand while Hurts stands there and refusing to do the only thing that he is consistent at, and that's running. Correct. Thank you. That offense is completely a clusterfuck. Why do we keep hiring these training wheel idiots? It makes no sense. You have screwed Hurts up so beyond repair, I don't know if you can bring him back. He's regressed so bad as a player, and I think that's got a lot to do with the way you've coached him. Last year, you did no coaching. Listen, every one of you fought me on this. You know what your line was last year? Your fucking line was, we didn't have to pass. We had a generational running attack, and it was the greatest running attack. We didn't really need it. Yeah, you did. That means you just don't stop developing the quarterback. He's the most important player in your huddle. Barkley's not the most important player in your huddle. The quarterback is. In today's NFL, that player is the most important player you have. It's why you pay him $50. Nope, they didn't give a shit. Then what do? They turn around and they hire a nobody who was passed over twice that I brought up. And I said, you only hire coaches to help Nick. You don't hire coaches to help Jalen. That's playing out. Listen, this season has been handled poorly by the owner, the GM, the head coach, and the players. Every single person this year has handled this football season poorly. Nobody is there without some type of cause. You know, the only people I'm going to give a pass on is the blowtorch defense that's playing the best of their abilities. And by the way, that coach is worth every cent they're paying him, and I'm talking Vic Fangio. He is worth every cent that you're paying him. He's the only guy keeping you in the games. I mean, the defense is the only thing keeping you in the ball game. Now let's get to Jalen Hurts. Do you want to hear something? If Jalen Hurts spiked the football every single attempt that he had last night, he would have had a higher quarterback rating than what he had last night. He's getting worse. There's no debating it. He's getting worse. And here's the problem with the head coach. He's not a problem solver. It's now becoming evident. The two people in the building have no answers. The quarterback and the head coach. Sirianni has no answers. None. What happened? You were constantly beating up Herbert all night. You were running the football. Why did you stick with it? Why was it so important for you to have a good hard knocks that your quarterback was put on display for the TV screen and for HBO to show that he could throw the ball? Why else would you go away from that? You know why? How many people in here saw the difference in the approach? Because Nick's a passing coordinator. So he thought he'd do that to Jalen. He gave him Phillip Rivers' game plan. Bit him in the face. Guy's a shitty coach. If Jalen continues to decline after next season, well, Howie and Laurie contemplate walking away from him. And what the cap hit will be, we'll hit on that. Xander, I just missed the super. Penn, I'll look that up. It's not going to be next year, bro. You got this guy for the... By the way, he's got a no trade, Penn. Stop with that. Penn, he's got his own destiny in his hand. I told you that when he signed him to the contract, and Nicole Lynn had that in that deal. When Philly gave him the no trade, you don't have any leverage. What leverage do you have? You have zero. He has no trade. Trade him to the Raiders? You can't. Xander, I missed the super. If we can go, it's a blue one. Guys, I'm going to get to the quarterback here in his play last night and his decision-making, which was all over the place. Silz, truest take. If Jalen throws more, we lose. Right. Right. Every time he gets above 25 attempts, you're going to lose the ball game. It's not his game. That's not what's in his toolbox. Getting benched. For who? You're going to bench a quarterback who 12 months ago was a Super Bowl MVP. You're paying him $50. You've built that offensive game plan, and it's December 9th. Who are you, the Browns? People like the Browns do that shit. Wild thought, but was this coming from Laurie to Sirianni to open up the playbook and see how Jalen would perform with high volume passing? No, that's who guys, that's who Nick Sirianni is. He's a high volume passing coordinator. You got the wrong coordinator again for Hurts. There's not one coach in that building who fits Jalen Hurts' skill set. How is that not on display? Nick Sirianni, you know why you guys keep screaming for Tanner McKee? Because Tanner fits what Nick does in play calling. Let's first go what happened, then we're going to get more into Hurts here. Holy cow, what a debacle. Every metric last night, except those turnovers. You had 7 sacks on Herbert. You held him to 275 yards, and you lost because, once again, what's the most important number? What's the most important number? You know what it is? 4 of 13 on third down again. Xander, I missed a couple blues on supers. By the way, supers go to the top. Please hit the like button. Hey, you were right. Wish the Eagles the best. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, I guess. We saw this 5 years ago. This day was coming. Hurts or Sirianni got to go. Can't run this back. By the way, this day was coming. I didn't know when. But with a guy with lesser skill set, it's going to be quicker to figure him out. You guys kept telling me, Silz, what do you think Jalen Hurts' ceiling is? He doesn't have a ceiling. This is who he is. There's no ceiling here. Every metric. Every single metric. You won it. Look at Justin Herbert, man. 12 of 26, 139 yards, but look at the other number. If you told me the guy who was going to win the game with his legs last night was going to be Justin Herbert, I would have said you were nuts. 66 tough-ass yards to get his football team to win. What an absolute gutty performance by that guy. I gained so much more respect for that dude. Make no mistake about it. Hey, by the way, let me go back on one thing here. And let's get into it now with him. He can't read defenses. He's terrible in pressure in the pocket. He's not very accurate. And when you have to ask him to do high volume like they did at the beginning of 24 in those first 4 games, he's a turnover machine. Hence, Jalen Hurts can't win football games from the pocket. It's impossible. He's not that good. He's just not that good. I love getting Wentz and unapproached descriptions of Hurts this year. Good football player, poor quarterback. That $51 million was supposed to be his passing and running, especially at the time we didn't pay running backs. Without him running, he's not worth the 51. See if I thought I missed maybe this one here. So Sirianni got to go. We got those. Yeah, Sirianni, we got to go. 2 collapsed years. Only way to salvage Hurts' career, you got to fire Nick. I mean, you got to bring a coach in for him. No wonder they didn't want to hire Cliff Kingsbury. He would have took Nick's job. Dude, this is a train wreck. And it's unfolding. This is not going to get better. You're not fucking winning nothing. Hey, you know what? I listened to Birds 365 today. I hate to tell these people and everybody around you. You're now in the world of wishful thinking. Hope. Maybe they turn it around. If they lose here. You've got question marks more now on a defending Super Bowl team than I've ever seen anybody in my entire life have questions on a returning champion. You're hoping and wishing and benching of quarterback. What a fucking meltdown. A complete nuclear meltdown. You want to bench Hurts? That's the narrative going on in Philly now, is benching Jalen Hurts. Hey, Silz, I predicted 1-4 down the stretch now. I got us finishing 8-9. Raiders coin flip. Give Hurts 2 choices. Bench or pick your 5 teams. Z, I just missed another super. I appreciate you guys rolling in here. Please hit that like button. Foles came in late and delivered. Nick Foles has a Pro Bowl he had a Pro Bowl resume where he threw 26 touchdowns and 2 picks. You ain't got that on your bench. You don't have a veteran quarterback. Who, Sam Howell? Tanner McKee is not Nick Foles. By the way, you couldn't trade Jalen Hurts. To who? Jim Harbaugh? Kyle Shanahan? Who are you trading him to? Who would want that? Guy can't read defenses. Where you going with him? Do you know what this looks like to me? This looks like a pro level Alabama situation. You're figuring it out because they figured him out. He's not very good as a passer. This is what Nick Saban knew years ago. Just took you longer to figure him out. Dude, who's Cataldi playing with today? Bobo called good plays. I don't think he was good. I think Nick and him were terrible last night. Spreading the ball around? Throwing it across the middle of the field? That's not. So what? You spread it around. There was even motion. I knew Nick was involved as soon as I saw the motion. As soon as I saw the motion, I said Nick Sirianni's involved. 4 interceptions. So wait a minute. He called a good game, and he had 4 picks and 5 turnovers. Got it. Got it. He's getting worse. And you're helping. Not you, but the organization's helping. Poor coaching, a player who's not plugged into him, and AJ. AJ doesn't believe Hurts. Hey, get this. Think about something here for a second. Okay? Think about this here for a second. If you guys want to bench Jalen Hurts, what you saw last night, you think AJ Brown has confidence in Jalen? By the way, or Jalen confidence in AJ? How do you think that relationship's looking right now? Both guys don't trust one another. Both guys can't count on one another. And it's reflecting in their play. You got a relationship problem there, let alone a production problem. AJ got his 100 yards. He got an F in my book last night because the plays they really needed, I didn't need those other bullshit plays. I needed the plays you dropped. Those were the game changers. I mean, Eagles are screwed. All 3 big money is coming due. They won't be able to keep the loaded roster around Jalen, which is the only way he can win. Yeah. Looky here. I'm going to say it very clearly to you again. Being right, that's not stuff you pat on your back and you go, hey, told you. But dude, I'm not surprised you're here. You are. You're the one surprised. I'm not. That's why when I do a post-game show with John and Xander, those guys look surprised. I'm not. I knew this day was coming. I knew this time was coming. He didn't have long. 5 years. You got 5 years out of Hurts. You got great production out of it. This is not going to get better. I'm announcing a change as of today. I'm a Packer fan. I will also root for OKC Thunder. Thanks, Silz, for the memories. It's been real, bro. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate it. Get this. I'm not surprised. Not. The most incredible thing that Jalen Hurts did in this 5 years of starting was totally win the Super Bowl. Kudos to him. It's a crowning achievement in his career. It's over. They figured the dude out. How's he going to evolve? He doesn't have the skill set to evolve. That's not Justin Herbert. That's not Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. He doesn't have the skill to do it. That's not a skilled player. That's a great athlete. Not going anywhere. He doesn't have the propensity to elevate his game because he doesn't have the skill to elevate. That's not an NFL quarterback. It's a gadget. This is why I talk to you all the time about skill. Skill's going to take you places. Loaded teams. When that loaded team is no longer there, all of your failures come out around you. Hey, by the way, Jalen Carter felt a little bit of that when he didn't have skilled people around him. You put some better people like Jalen Phillips around him, all of a sudden, guess what? Holy shit. Guy's play steps up. Dude, there is no doubt that front office, after what they've been witnessing, do you know something over the last 9 games? You're 4-5. With the first month of the season, I call Liars Month. After the first month of the season, you're 4-5. And since the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagles are 8-6. 9-5 since the Super Bowl. 9-5. That's in the middle of the room. You're not even as good as the Bears right now. Get this. Those guys are superior to Jalen Hurts. Having a ring had nothing to do with last night's disaster. Forrest, look at this guy. This is the typical glazed donut Eagle guy. Josh Allen, still no ring. Lamar, no ring. Burrow got there, no ring. So what? Your guy is nowhere in the conversation next to those guys. Not even in the room. Get this. Superior to Jalen Hurts, yet how's their teams? You said it. How's your fucking team? Jalen Hurts doesn't. They've got to carry their games. When Hurts was asked to carry his team, he can't. Hurts was carried to the Super Bowl last year by the great engine known as the Barkley train. Are you fucking trying to argue with me that Jalen Hurts has more skill than Joe fucking Burrow? Where in the world would you begin to think that, except that you are a glazed donut? How the hell do you even begin to go there? That fucking guy can't read a defense. Hurts is between Brad Johnson and Delfer. Those guys won Super Bowls. Okay. Get back to winning games, playing boring ball. The hell with AJ and his numbers. Win the turnover battle and win games. Yes. If Jalen had an OC for 2 or more years, he'd be, yes. Yes, I agree. The coaches are stupid and Hurts is limited. Doesn't make for a very good combination, right? Doesn't, right? Hey, Silz, we're going to start talking about next year now. Anything positive? Yes, there is. Jordan Davis playing great football. Yes, sir. I thought he was a force last night. Yes, sir. He was a force last night. I thought Q was spectacular. I thought Cooper DeJean was spectacular. Dude, N'Kobe Dean on a blitz, that guy's a missile. Shit, the backup kid, Young, he stepped up with a sack and a half. Jalen Phillips was great. The whole defense, everything. Adoree Jackson was great. Every single thing on that side of the football was spectacular. 275 yards you held the Jim Harbaugh offense to. Kudos to you. Hey, dude, you took a blowtorch to that defense. And Vic's making it work. What are you doing on offense? You lost one guy. As we told you, Jalen Hunt would get better by the end of the year, and he is. Jalen isn't him, man. I can't defend him anymore. Can't read a defense, go through progressions, bad timing. How he needs to pull a Wentz 2.0 with Jalen. How about this one too, Leon? How many times did Aikman make the comments last night? I thought he was being very critical of Jalen last night, but he was right. He doesn't think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback in progression reading. And it was evident. There were guys wide open. He goes, man, if that guy doesn't see his first read, he takes it and runs because he can't read a defense. He's not very good in the pocket. All the shit that has trailed him from Alabama was on display last night. Silz, when will Laurie relinquish control? We need a head coach in charge of personnel, coaching, and scheme. Howie's strength is accounting, not football. I think Howie has gotten better at personnel. I do. By the way, you've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, right? Howie's great every other year. That's the way it's gone. That's how an accountant does it. Well, we got salary cap, so I got to get rid of this, to get rid of that, and to pay this, to pay that. That's why you have interchangeable parts on defense. I tried pointing every single, traditionally, what I've done on my radio shows when I was doing radio, every topic I throw out at you, I'm not doing it just to throw a topic, just to make time. When I told you that you never had a contract on that side of the defensive side of the ball with a guy having a second contract, that was by design by the Eagles. That's where they get their offensive money from. They pilfered the defensive side of the ball to pay the offense because this league's about offense. Well, that's bitten them in the ass because that offense is not getting it done. Franchise quarterbacks don't need perfect situations. Jalen is an NFL athlete, not an NFL quarterback. As long as we have no running game, his major limitations will show. Yes. And him not running in that offense. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Cuz, how you doing, bro? Merry Christmas. That was a brutal game to watch on both ends. A.J. Brown looks disinterested, looks like he's only engaged when the ball is coming to him. Yes. Cuz, let me tell you something. When the ball doesn't come to him, watch him in the off ball. This guy's got a little Randy Moss in his ass right now. Absolutely. Terrible, man. That was a brutal performance last night by A.J. Brown, the coaching staff, the quarterback. Get this. Why is it only on the offensive side of the football that we're seeing these problems? You know why? Because the head coach is not good. He's not good. How many fucking times do I have to tell you that? He's not a problem solver. Do you know last night, Jim Harbaugh and Herbert had no answers for the pressure that the Eagles were putting on a one-handed quarterback. You know what they did? Hey, Justin, you got to run. You want to win this game and save the season? You got to take off running because they're not accounting for you. That's what he did. He did what it took to win the game. Justin Herbert not winning a game with his arm is like saying Jalen Hurts won a game with his arm. Are you fucking crazy? Sirianni's such a bad coach. And you gloss over that win percentage like it's his. He is a product of the environment. If Jalen Hurts is a caboose, he's in the next car up. I could get another ass kisser in there to do the same shit he does. He's an ass kisser. And you bought it. Every day you fought me on it. Next this, look at his win percentage. He's the greatest coach in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. Really? That might have been one of the worst quarterback games in the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl era last night by that guy. Eagle defense was spectacular. Spectacular. And if you are going to get to a divisional game, it's going to be all that defense. By the way, you're not flipping a switch. Stop with hope. Go out and fucking play a game. Hey, thank God, guess what you got coming up? For all you Jalenites and all you Eagle guys who will drink the Kool-Aid, you got the Raiders coming up. You know where we'll be next week on Monday? Look, Silz, we're back. Yeah, I know. Just like after the Giant game. You slipped on the banana peel again. That's okay. I'll wait another 5 months before you see the light. Do you understand this coming weekend? It's fool's gold. It's the Raiders. Sirianni, the luggage compartment. Jordan Davis is not making all pro. Please stop. Pro Bowl? Yeah. All pro? Do you think that guy's Chris Jones? Really? Or Quinnen Williams? Not likely. Silz, this is the result of power structure being in the front office from front office controls the offense and there are no in-game solutions. Vic controls the defense and handles his business. Absolutely right. Vic Fangio's the dictator, he's the director, and he's also the motivator. Do you know that Vic probably has more control over his entire unit than Nick Sirianni has over his entire team? By the way, you're in the conversation. Do you remember that topic I brought up and said, hey, Howie Roseman mortgaged the 2025 season for 26 and 27? Here it is. Here it is. How about all of the media glazed donut guys like Bill Colarudo who just take a knee for Hurts and just come up with these fucking maniac comments that the guy's good. That guy thinks that guy's good. He's not. The guy's not good. He is a decent ball player on a loaded football team. Hey, do you remember when I asked you, do you have to be exceptional at quarterback to get to a Super Bowl? You know what all of you said? No. Then you realize I was setting you up. Oh, that's right. Now you're saying that you don't have to be exceptional to get to a quarterback. I don't think Colin Kaepernick was exceptional. I don't think Jake Delhomme was exceptional. I don't think Jeff Hostetler was exceptional. I don't think any of those guys were exceptional. I don't think Rex Grossman was exceptional. They all got to Super Bowls. Those guys aren't exceptional. You don't have to be an exceptional quarterback to go to a Super Bowl at quarterback. The history of the Super Bowl era will tell you that. Brad Johnson, Jimmy G, Pick one. Those aren't exceptional players. Those are really good players. No shade. But stop with that. Well, Jalen went to a Super Bowl and he's got an MVP. So did fucking Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett's got 2 Super Bowl rings and an MVP in the game. Is he exceptional? Or was he on that Raider team that was exceptional? Nick Foles is a backup quarterback. He got a ring and an MVP. Is he exceptional? Kerry Collins went to a Super Bowl with the Giants. Stop with that. I mean, seriously. You guys waved that MVP at me like that's a barometer that, well, he's great too. No, he's not. Why so long for Covey to take punts? Weird, no? It's because, you know why? The organization always tries to outsmart itself. Instead of going like this, well, the guy's done it for a long period of time. He's better at it than the other guy because the other guy can't and doesn't know where he is on the field on punt returns. Let's put Covey in. As simple as that. And plus, you'd have more confidence because you know the guy played for you. Okay? Foles was a runner-up MVP. What year was that? That 26-2 season? He made the Pro Bowl that year. How many Hurt Vengers switching up? Gotta love it. Oh, wait. Are you flip-flopping? Oh, yeah. Let's have that conversation. What's going on with the media in Philly right now flip-flopping on Hurts? You want to bench the guy now? Talk about fucking flip-flopping. You're a glazed donut in this guy the entire offseason. I'm sitting there listening to this going, only a matter of time. They'll figure this guy out. I knew it. I knew it the whole time. It's not why I never changed. I said the kid's resume is great. It is. As a player, I never changed. I never changed. What's this? Best players should play? What fucking world do you live in? That's not the world of the NFL, dude. Business of the NFL also is part of it all. What are you, crazy? I want to put the best guy in. What do you think, this is Alabama? Hurts was exceptional on that day. I don't know about exceptional. I thought he was really good that day. Super Bowl? Yeah. I thought the defense was better, but okay. The business is winning, Silz. Come on. Bro. Nate, get this. You know, Kyler Murray wasn't benched. He was put on the sidelines because of injuries. Name me another $50 million quarterback that you can remember that was benched. And when you say Russell Wilson and Sean Payton, he was 38 years old or 36 years old in Denver. Okay. You benched a $42 million quarterback at 36 years old. You're talking about a 27-year-old guy in his prime coming off the Super Bowl. That guy was at least 10 years removed from the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson wasn't the same guy. He's 36 years old. Russell Wilson at 27 was in Super Bowls. You love to see Jalen failing. I love to see Jalen failing. I don't give a fuck about Jalen Hurts. Or anyone else. I don't fall in love with these guys. I fall in like with them. Unlike some of you glazed donuts. My God, oh my God. What are you, fucking weird? Weirdos. Dude, love your team. Players, pawn pieces. Stop acting like you're 4 years old and you've got like a blow-up doll or you wear their jerseys. What are you, dumb? By the way, for the record, I don't mind people wearing jerseys. I actually don't mind that. I dig some of those old school jerseys. Every time I see a JB jersey, I love it. So I shouldn't say that because I do love the gear. Silz, last year we had no holes defense. This year we have shit stew offense. The 2024 offense ingredients have gone bad and how we use for the 2025 stew. Time to go shopping again. Look at that face. I love that face of Philly 500 here. Okay? What's this got to do with me? Play better, kid. Big Silz just points out you're not that good. And you prove it. 2025 is the unveiling of the guy that I knew you had. The Super Bowl was just going to be the beginning. By the way, that's the face of Jordan? Sounds like to me that's the face of like Chuck Taylor's. That's the face of Jordan? I think you need a new brand there, guy. MJ, you better get another dude on the yacht. I mean, who wants to see a guy that has 2 turnovers in one play? First time in NFL history I've ever seen something like that. Dude, seriously, man. You're like the face of Pro Keds. You don't even know what that is. That's a brand that was discontinued of shoes when we were all kids. Hush puppies. I used to work them though. Hey, I get it. Hurts is the face of baby oil. No, come on here now, man. Okay? Pro Cats for all those moments make you feel like Skechers. He's the face of Skechers. How you doing? Yeah, BK's. He's the face of LA Gear. Holy shit, man. He was fucking brutal last night. Jesus criminy. Where to go? Now, how many people want to bench this guy? By the way, Angelo Cataldi will be with us at 4:30. Howard Eskin will be with us at 3:30. Big Z will follow it up and close us home. Hey, Silz, watch this team for a long time. It's always been front office. We are good every other year. Hurts needs a coach. Haven't had one since Shane. Very true. Yes. Yes. Eskin's right. Hey, by the way, Eskin said the best quarterback's not the one starting. How's that look now? How's that take a Howard's now? You know, Xander said something interesting a couple months ago when Howard said that. Xander goes, you know, I wonder how wild that will be in a couple months. Doesn't sound so wild now. I saw Jeff McClain with his editor put a thing out. Philadelphia has a quarterback problem, folks. What? Philadelphia has a quarterback problem? Philadelphia has a quarterback problem. This is wild. I was the only guy on the island for 5 years. Oh, you guys kicking my ass, telling me, fucking, you're crazy. This guy's this guy's Joe Burrow. He's Josh Allen. He's this. I'm like, what are you looking at? Where in your right mind would you even go there? As a skilled player, he's nowhere in the top 15. Dude, guys like Trevor Lawrence are more skilled. Silz, the next month is Jalenite's going to be miserable. This shit's going to be interesting for the offseason. Look at this guy here. One bad game. One bad game. He's calling me delusional. I'm going to let that hang there. He's not the only idiot like that in Philly. One bad game with an offense that's been 26 for 2 years. Let's see here. Where are we now? So we got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 games in, right? They're 8-5. Am I right when I say that? Are they 8-5 now? Okay. So a year ago, you were 13 and what? 13 and 4? 14 and 3, something like that, right? And this year you're 8-5. So let's see here. 22 for 30 games. Your offense has been ranked 25th. One game? Ring means dick. 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 Holy cow. Hey, Glazed Donut, you better go sit down, man. I'm sure your hiney hurts. There's no doubt that guy uses the word hiney. That guy uses the word hiney. Silz couldn't wait for this. Oh, it was only a matter of time. Remember something, my friend. I've been doing this shit too long here, man, to be wrong. I do this shit too long to be wrong. You fucking kidding me? I've been doing this shit too long to be wrong. Only a matter of time. Just like when the guy was on the movie The Titanic. Hey, bailing water only buys you time. It's mathematics. Shit's fucking going down. Big Silz burying Jalenites like Tony Montana burying cockroaches in Scarface. And the bad guy. That's what they're calling me now, the Philly bad guy. Sileo was right in the end. Big Silz right like that fucking hat. That says Dan Sileo was right all along. Here we are. It's funny, every time I go into JAKIB postgame show, I'm sitting there doing this. You know, everyone's talking about Jalen's inefficiencies. And Johnny Mac has. He has. But I guess it's the way we said it from day one. The guy's a stiff in the pocket. He's right there with Joe Burrow and Justin Hurt. And you're like, what are you fucking looking at? What are you looking at? Bro, look at. So hold up. You hold stats and rankings higher than wins. Spoken like a true loser, my guy. Folks, these are people you're not going to change the opinion of. It's shit like that. I heard, hey, listen here, man. I heard Johnny Sacks never really liked you. I'm kidding. What do Georgia, Miami, Ole Miss, and Indiana have in common? During the college playoff? How you doing? And no Notre Dame. Football is relatively easy, win or lose. Dude, you're a fucking doomcoff. I mean, seriously. I saw you in my toilet bowl prior to the show. It was spinning in the toilet. What's the worst that could happen if they put in McKee? Maybe Jalen wakes up. Maybe Tanner improves the offense. We saw that in late 18 with Foles. So wait, you're going to – Wentz went down with a knee injury. You're going to say, Jalen, come here. 12 months ago, you won the MVP. Congratulations. He helped us get to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. I want you to sit your ass over there. Why, coach? Well, we want to see what the fuck's going on. That coach is going to make that decision? Oh, how about this? I can only hope they do that for my show. I pray they put Tanner McKee in. It'll be the end of Jalen Hurts. And here's the problem, though. You're going to have to pay him for the next 2 years. What do you think? You're just going to trade him? Hey, I'm going to send you to Tennessee. The dude has a no-trade clause. You know what he could tell Jeffrey Lurie? You know what he could tell Howie Roseman? Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere. Nicole Lynn, his agent, gave him the keys to the city of Philadelphia. No trade? Do you understand? The player has complete autonomy on where he goes. Do you think Clutch Sports and all those people are going to just say, hey, screw it. You know that no trade we have in there? We'll blow that off. Your asses are hostage for the next 2 years. You want to bench that guy? I see the headlines all over Philadelphia and all over the Inquirer now. That guy's got no trade. You know what that means? Sit the fuck down and shut up. You ain't going anywhere. And if you want to play a 7th rounder, that's on you. I'm still getting $51 million, and unless you send me to a place I want to go, shut your mouth. How you doing? That's what no trade means, folks. You want to bench him. For what? You made your bed. You're laying in it now. You thought this guy was this and that. I never did. And now you're trying to sit here and tell me, let's put McKee in. What do you think this is like? Your local high school, St. Joe's? I'm going to put the guy in behind him. The fuck is that? I mean, the business of football plays into this. Benching him? Silz, I'm going to use a Cat Williams line. Hurts fans think he's a Chrysler 300, but he thinks he's a Phantom. That's a Rolls. I do know that. I've been in a Phantom. Pretty dope. Bro, he's got no trade. Well, maybe it'll wake. Yeah, that's it. So when you're in the conversation with all the rest of the NFC teams, you're going to bench your quarterback for one shitty game? I will go with that idiot on that. I'm not benching him. That's conversation for the offseason. Whether or not he's the future of your football team is the question moving forward. If you could trade Jalen Hurts to Minnesota, and would they take him? I don't know. I wouldn't take him. He can't read defenses. I've been saying that for 5 years. Troy Aikman last night was undressing Jalen Hurts on the style of how he plays in the pocket. I text Troy. Troy's going like this after the game. He can't read a fucking playbook, let alone a defense. There were guys wide open everywhere. By the way, A.J. Brown dropping those passes last night, he's got to get his head out of his ass. Dude, you make $36 million fucking dollars. You get 100 yards in a game, it's irrelevant if you drop those 3 critical plays in the game. That's ridiculous. He's not on the same page either. Listen, I can't, all of a sudden now, get this, like I said, I was the only one in Philly, only one, you know this, that was saying the guy's limited. You don't want to hear it. Well, on December 9th, we're here. On December 9th, we're here. Hurts is the Helen Keller of quarterbacks. How you doing? Thank you, Urban Cowboy. Dan, you're full of shit. If you think no team in the NFL wouldn't be happy to have Hurts. Like who? The Titans? This guy can't read NFL defenses. Did you not hear an NFL Hall of Fame quarterback saying that last night? Not a scrub NFL player like me. Did you not hear an NFL Hall of Fame guy saying the same shit I did? He can't read a defense. All night long, he said it. By the way, for the record, I think the coaching has accentuated that. They have screwed that guy up beyond recognition with their incompetence. Do you think AJ played well enough to help us win? Kind of. Kind of. Dan, would you take Caleb over Hurts? No, because I think Caleb Williams blows too. I would take Ben Johnson. I would take Ben Johnson over Sirianni every day. Any day I would take Ben Johnson. You know, I hear John talking and glazing over Nick Sirianni all the time and his win percentage. Does that guy look like he knows what he's doing as a coach when I watch Ben Johnson scheming up run plays for Caleb Williams? The difference between Ben Johnson and Nick Sirianni, you don't see that yourselves with your eyeball test? You really don't see that? I mean, you don't see how he is making Chicago better with limited parts. Man, I don't know how you don't see that. Well, Nick's got a win percentage, so he must be better than Ben Johnson. Really? On what metric? Oh, well, he's got a higher win percentage. So you think that Nick Sirianni's a better coach than Parcells? Bill Walsh? Bill Belichick? Based on that? Man. If Hurts has it in his head that he doesn't really want to run anymore, you're not trading him anywhere. Right. That is part of it too. Where's the different run schemes from Stoutland? Who's calling and designing the offense? Stoutland can give you. Do you know what position coaches do, Mikey? They give suggestions on the playbook, on the game plan, I should say. Here's the suggestions of runs we should have in this game. The offensive coordinator takes the suggestions and either does this or he implements some of this. He doesn't do all of it. He's the run coordinator. That doesn't mean he has final say. Final say comes down to the guy in control of the offensive scheme and also in-game adjustments, in-game approach, in-game play calling. Jeff Stoutland's not a play caller. He can only suggest. Where's Jeff Stoutland? Same place Jeff Stoutland was a year ago. What do you think? Jeff Stoutland's doing something different this year than he did a year ago? No, he's not. Bunny in locker room. What is this? Playboy Mansion? Stupid. Stupid shit. Bob Lang put the sex doll in the Eagle locker room. Bob Lang. That piece of shit PR guy for the Eagles put that guy in there. Jesus Christ, is he a stupid dope? He did it for the Hard Knocks thing. That guy is sinister. He was sinister in San Francisco, and he's sinister now. You got one of the worst public relations people that has ever lived in Philly. He is, listen, you talk propaganda, Hair Bob is so bad at his job, he doesn't care who he fucking steps over.